Welcome back to the hardest Minecraft challenge that has ever been conceived of. And if there's any new viewers here, basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to beat RLcraft, which is already hard on its own, but I'm also wearing a 40-pound weight vest. I got these weight straps, which are all around 5 pounds each, strapped to my arms and legs, and then I got around 10 pounds strapped to my controllers. And this weight is only going to go up, because one of my goals for this challenge is to get physically stronger by playing Minecraft. So if you find this interesting, make sure to subscribe, and let's get into how things are going. Well, I have a Venoraptor now, which I was able to tame in my last video, and as you can see, having this Venoraptor allows me to move super fast over all this terrain. And so I figured that this would be the perfect time to actually start exploring this world. But as with everything in this game, things are never just that simple, because the first thing that I encountered, which would become a reoccurring issue when exploring, was the fact that my bird for some reason just demands squats, or else he just slows down. And the reason why my bird just randomly decides that it's time for me to do some squats is because RLcraft just seems to be kind of broken if I'm playing in VR and I'm riding around on a mount like this Venoraptor. But it's not hard to fix. I just have to get off, do a squat to reset the crouch button or whatever, and then things will function as if they are normal. Until this happens again, which is kind of annoying, but the whole purpose of me playing Minecraft like this is to get a workout, so honestly, being forced to squat is not really an issue. An actual issue that I was going to have to deal with was this blood moon that started rising, because now I'm not going to be able to get any sleep through the night, and I also have to deal with like 10 times as many hostile mobs spawning outside. So yeah, here's the blood moon experience. Oh, I do not know where to go. Bro! Oh my god. Oh, what do I do? Yeah, the Ashen Venoraptor. He's got eyes on me though. What? That is actually insanity. How was the block underneath me just death? Okay, this is horrible. Because it seems like I just spawn. I just spawn in this hole. Yeah, look at it. Get out of my face. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not really in the best predicament here. But even though it seems like I'm destined to just die over and over again in this ravine, that is not going to stop me from trying to escape. Yeah, I got nothing else that I can do. So I'll just make a staircase. And I'll replace that hole with stone. Bird, definitely. The bird is bombing, dropping bombs on my staircase. That's insanity. Yeah, there was no hope of me getting out of this situation. This game was forcing me just to accept that I was going to have to deal with dying over and over again until the night was over. It felt like it took forever, but the night eventually did end, and I was finally able to build this staircase and not have to worry about it exploding. So now that I was done dealing with this stupid ravine, I can finally prioritize what I actually want to do, which is to explore. So I hopped on my Venoraptor and just went whatever direction I felt like going, just to see if I could find anything new and useful to me. But I did not get that far. And the reason why I could not get far at all is because I just could not handle the heat. And every biome that was around each one of my waypoints was just a giant desert. And every time I would try to cross these deserts, I would literally die before I got out of them. So I decided that I would change up the way that I explored by simply just setting my spawn, destroying my set spawn, so I would spawn in a random location, just so that I could hopefully not spawn in a desert biome and then explore the surroundings to see if this was a desirable location. This was kind of an alright way of exploring, but it honestly kinda sucked. Mainly because most of my world is just desert, but I honestly just hate these Dregora biomes because I'm trying to run through these biomes to find new amazing structures. And I'm thinking that this biome is alright because it's not a desert, but then there's quicksand that's like everywhere and I'm constantly getting stuck in it and it takes me like 5 minutes to get out of the stupid quicksand. And then there's all these ravines, like it's kind of my fault for falling in them, but it's just so tiring to get out of them. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part of all this was when I fell into another ravine in this garbage nuclear waste parasite biome. And instead of trying to crawl out of this ravine, I decided that I was just going to kill myself. And so I looked for literally any way to die in this ravine, and I decided to start mining into one of the walls of the ravine, and I found this huge drop. I figured that this huge drop would kill me, so I jumped in. It's a whole nother dimension. What did I get myself into? I had just made a horrible mistake because I am now in the underneath dimension, which is a new dimension added to Dregora, and it's pretty much like the Lost Cities. It's filled with parasites that are insanely strong. They're so strong that they can pretty much just kill you just by looking at you, which makes it insanely hard to survive in here. The biggest problem with entering this dimension is that your spawn point is now set inside the dimension, and the only way to escape is to find a portal to the overworld. Unless, of course, you're playing VR, because after this game finished loading this new dimension, I died of fall damage almost immediately. But then when I hit the respawn button, I just respawned in the overworld, completely oblivious to the fact that I should have been stuck in that dimension. So yeah, I really dodged a bullet right there, because I couldn't even get out of a ravine during a blood moon. This dimension is a billion times worse than a blood moon. Anyways, we are back to exploring, and I found this village that unfortunately was in a desert. But that doesn't really matter, because when I was looking at the enchants that these librarians in the village were offering, one of the librarians was offering swifter slashes, and this could be super useful in the future. But as I was dealing with this villager, something happened that I was completely unprepared for. And I literally hear villagers dying. Hey, yo! Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, yo, villager. Okay, this is insane. I gotta save him. Yo! Aegis! What are you doing? Please! Please! Where is the staircase? Do not! Oh my god. Oh, we got him. Oh my god! That was so close. So after dealing with that, I decided that I needed to leave this village to ensure the safety of that villager. And so I continued exploring. And while I was exploring, I would use my atlas that I have stored in my Veneraptor to chart out every place that I would spawn at. And if only I had thought about making copies of that atlas, because I did not realize how much I was at risk of losing my atlas until this happened. Alright, I'm gonna check, see if this is worth being at. Okay, we're decent. Please. 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 Bro. I guess it's time to say goodbye to my Atlas. Because I think my dude is dead, ain't gonna lie. Yeah, they don't seem aggroed on anything. My bird is retarded. All right. Come on. Why am I walking so slow? That's insane. Bro. This is so not chill. He's going to be passive. 80 seconds I need to live. $80 seconds, a whole bunch of cancer. $40 seconds, come on. Come on. Oh my God, okay. Come on. Come on. 17 seconds. Why did this have to happen? Oh my God, that was so retarded. I gotta make another Atlas. Suck my balls, you know what, he's killing me. You're not even gonna get the chance, dude. Yeah, get destroyed, retard.
Yeah, I almost lost my Atlas. And I filled that thing up way too much to be just okay with losing that. So I decided that I have to change the way that I explore going forward, because I do not want to risk getting into a situation like this again. So my new plan for exploration was just to walk beside one of these chasms until I found something other than a desert biome. And this was actually quite effective, mainly because I could actually run through this biome without having to worry about dying because it's too hot. After running by this chasm for quite a while, and finding a bunch of villages and a whole lot of biomes that were really less than desirable, I eventually found this village that was in an ocean. And right next to this village was a tower. And not only that, there was 2 waypoints. One in front of this village and one in front of this tower. And at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of exploring. I'm just going to do this tower instead. But before I did that, I decided that I should upgrade my armor. So I went back to my original village, got my diamond armor, enchanted it, then went back to the tower. And I decided that I was going to do things a bit differently, because usually I just break all the spawners inside these towers. But this time, I decided that I was going to kill all the mobs instead, and it was honestly a little bit more of a struggle than what I had anticipated.
It's got thorns. I'm dead. Yeah, there is no way. Oh my God, I'm stuck. What? Oh, bird, do something. Fire aspect. Oh my God. Ooh. Okay. There are my pants. Alright, nice. Oh my God, baby zombie. I'm just going down. Child, die. Ooh. Oh my god, get away. Oh my god, I just walked out. Another spawner, and they're... Bro, why? Oh my god, there's... He literally got me cobwebbed up. Oh my god, there's one coming here. We're both stuck in this cobweb. It's over. Okay, yeah, there was literally nothing I could do. That's insane. Got webbed. That guy shot his webs at me. Yeah, so that was quite the ordeal, but eventually I was able to cleanse all the hostile mobs from this tower. And now all what I needed was a hopper, because I wanted to loot the chest at the top of this tower without awakening the tower golem. So I went to the village to craft a hopper. And I assumed that this would be a simple, insignificant task. But things are never simple in this game. And it's snowing. Where is he going? Hey, yo! The sea serpent's here. Hey, whoa! Why can he move? Oh, I'm in the water. That's insane. Get me out of the water! Oh my god! How am I alive? Do not push him in the water. Do not push him in the water. Yeah, alright, nice. Alright, nice. Nice. I've killed my first sea serpent of this game. Nice! Okay, where are the scales, though? There are the scales. Alright, that's my first sea serpent fight in this game, and I survived. This whole situation was quite the surprise, because I was not aware that I needed to worry about sea serpents pulling up on land. But anyways, now that I got my hopper, it is time for me to loot the chest at the top of this tower, which was not too difficult because all what I had to do was place this hopper underneath this chest and then just grab all the loot. But there was still a problem, because this chest right here also has good loot in it, but it's locked. So I decided that the best way to deal with this locked chest was just to have the tower golem explode it. Because what could possibly go wrong with this idea? It's raining. Oh, my bird decided to attack me. Oh, he's still not awake. Oh, I can't believe that. Okay, never mind. He just came down and smacked me. That's dumb. That is actually dumb. All right, nice. He just... That is dumb! Holy crap. He just shot me out. Alright. That's it. I'm bringing a weapon. Let's do this. Oh, we got him? Hey, yo, that's insane. All right, I'm out of here. This honestly could not have gone any better, because not only did my plan work almost perfectly, but the tower golem is dead. And now all what I have to do is get all the loot that I collected and then transfer it back to my base. So after I got all the stuff transferred to my base, I found a return scroll. And I thought this return scroll was a bound scroll, which is why I tried binding the return scroll to the waypoint of this village. And this is what happened when I tried to do that. Oh, okay, hold on. That's insane! No, I didn't mean... Oh my god, I accidentally used the binding scroll. That is insane. I actually screwed myself so hard. This is so... Yeah, my diamond armor and my bound scroll. Oh my god. All right, I gotta make sure I get all my stuff. What is going on? What is wrong with my controllers? Okay, this is not going well at all. I can't believe this. Oh. Okay, oh my God. Okay, bro, my Oculus died. Can't believe I wasted. I cannot believe that I wasted my scroll and now I'm just stuck here. Not only am I stuck, my Oculus is dead. Hold on, let's see if we can do this. I cannot move my camera while my Oculus is dead. That is brutal. Hold on. I'm going to charge it for a second. Yeah, where I'm getting. Oh my God. I dropped the mic. Okay, it's just over. It's literally just over. All right, let me try to get this armor on. Okay, the chicken and the skeleton are fighting. If only I could move the camera around. I'm just waiting for... My Oculus is dead, and I'm in a horrible situation. And I'm just waiting for my bird to either die or this chicken that's skeletons on top of him. They seem to be team attacking each other, and that's the only reason why I'm alive. They're both definitely still alive. Which is... Hold on. No. Oh, the skeleton's dead. The chicken's still alive. Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure I'm watching to see my pet doesn't die. Okay, my pet's gonna die. I'm gonna pick up this tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Wednesday.